Age-friendly means to me that the voice of older people is very much at the heart of everything that takes place.
It's about communicating with and engaging with older residents so that they're able to shape the place that they live in as well.
It's about inclusion for older people. It's about communities being safe and people feel connected.
It's about considering the needs of different people as they age and how we can adapt everything that we do to make sure it's inclusive for all people.
It's an international, worldwide movement of organisations and governments and community groups all working together to improve the lives of older people, improve ageing for everyone. And it's a radical movement of people to make real change in everyday lives.
We found using the age-friendly framework as a really useful approach to pin everything that we're doing around older people on. Having the World Health Organization domains means that we can very much promote that to our management board who are signed up to it now. It's just a really useful framework to take forward lots of pieces of work.
It's a real asset-based approach, and because we're looking at what is strong and then building on it, it's really empowering, and it means that when people feel like things are not working well, they can look to other areas that might lead the way, and that means that you're empowering residents and organisations alike to be able to build the future for their area that they wish.
You can look at the domains across from the WHO organisation and design programmes around the 8 domains. Being part of the network, you learn from other areas, you know what's going on. You can copy from other areas, you can share what you're doing, and then people can copy off you. So I've presented so many times on what I do in Sunderland.
We've been doing a lot of listening and talking to older people just to find out what's important to them and what they think the priorities should be.
So we're working with teams across the council to make sure that we're embedding age-friendly principles in the strategies and plans that we have. One example is our curbside strategy, making it easier for people to move around the borough. For example, by creating more seating so people can rest when they're moving around the borough, and making sure there's enough space on the pavements for people to move freely and accessibly.
We've developed a programme around Ageing Well ambassadors. So we started in 2021. I recruited 20 local people to help design the programme, and to date we've got 158. They're not the council's ambassadors, they're for the city. And any partner can get in contact with them if they're planning anything or if they're designing anything. They're getting their voice heard, and that's what's really important.
The UK network is really invaluable. It's such a brilliant asset to being an age-friendly community coordinator. The peer calls in particular are a fantastic springboard to spark conversations for people that are within your community.
It's just a really great space to share best practice, to share ideas. Whenever you're thinking about doing something, someone has already done it before. So it's a great resource to be able to learn from other areas about what worked for them and take that away and implement it.
When you go to do a programme or a project, there isn't a partner within the network who hasn't maybe done it before and can advise you. The staff for the Centre for Ageing Better couldn't be better in terms of linking you in with people. So if you have a problem, they would say, yes, we know who's done this before. I've had several meetings with different partners right across the UK, giving advice on how to do things properly or how to improve a project. And I think, to me, that's the big one. You're not doing it on your own. So I think the UK network is an absolutely central element of the success story of the age-friendly movement here in the UK. I was one of the founders of the network, and I think on our first meeting there were about 8 of us, and there are now over 70 affiliates. Being able to meet with other people on a weekly basis, coming to events like this, I think makes you feel like you're part of a movement. It connects you with people who are encountering the same challenges, but also celebrating the same successes. I also think that the network is a great link to policy and research, and it creates an identity and a point of reference. The fact that
the network has grown over the last few years is, I think, proof of the demand for a network like this, because there isn't anything else similar around ageing in the UK. Without the network, without the work that's been brilliantly led by colleagues at Ageing Better, a whole load of great stuff wouldn't have happened. Lots of older people would not have benefited from the initiatives. Lots of local authorities wouldn't be doing their jobs as well. NHS organisations wouldn't be doing their jobs as well without this network. And it links us into the international world as well. So from a personal point of view, it makes me incredibly proud to be part of this network.